Movies and Martinis celebrates women and diversity in the entertainment world
by ranking trending movies, shows, and books
with two completely different perspectives and ranked by delicious martinis.
Listen to find out how many martinis we felt it was worth.
And learn about the women who have written, performed, and/or directed in everything we have rated.
A new episode is available every Thursday on your favorite podcast platform and YouTube. What's up, everyone? Welcome to our podcast. I'm Priya.
I'm Mercy. How you doing, Priya?
I'm good. How you doing? Cheers. Let me get my Stanley. Cheers.
Okay, cheers to Stan.
Cheers.
Oh, wait. You got a drink or a luck?
Yes. We should call this Movies and Stands.
Seriously, right? Where did our martinis go? We just have to stay sober to cover it
for
you guys.
I know.
These are the sacrifices we make for you.
I know. We're not trying to get trashed and then headaches and then blah, blah, blah. Ruin the whole day.
Not going there.
But we love martinis and we enjoy martinis on our off time. So
yeah,
still applies.
We drink socially and responsibly.
Exactly.
Say that.
Exactly.
I'm real excited about the show we're covering today, and I am super happy that you joined me and that you watched it. And I have to say, I am surprised that you watched the whole thing.
No, I've been watching it. No, I've been watching the series.
Oh, no kidding.
I've been watching it. I've seen all the seasons already. And I was watching it. And you had texted that I was watching. I was like, yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Okay, good. So what are we covering today? I'll give it to you.
Okay.
You wrap it up.
Yes, we are covering The Gilded Age on HBO Max. Now HBO, what do they call it now?
Now it's Max. It's just Max.
And it's a period drama. And they just wrapped up the latest season in December. So you're gonna get this episode at the end of January, but you can still binge watch it all you want because it's so good. There's so much juicy drama.
The whole thing.
The Gilded Age off of Rotten Tomatoes. By the way, on Rotten Tomatoes, it got an 86%. IMDb is 8.0. So it's really good, guys. It is a good period drama, and it's based on real people that existed. So it's good.
Yeah.
So the American Gilded Age was a period of immense economic change, great conflict between the old ways and brand new systems, and huge fortunes were made and lost. In 1882, young Marion Brooke moves from rural Pennsylvania to New York City after the death of her father to live with her aunts, Agnes Van Rhijn and Ada Brooke. Accompanied by Peggy Scott, an aspiring writer seeking a fresh start, Marion inadvertently becomes enmeshed in a social war between one of her aunts, a scion of the old money set, and her stupendously rich neighbors, a ruthless railroad tycoon, and his ambitious wife, George and Bertha Russell. So these are the main people in this story, but there's so many other characters. It's the Astors. There's all these people in the story that actually existed in New York City at the time. And I love the way they took these real people and added all this juicy drama to it. It was so good.
Yeah. So first of all, total spoiler alert for everybody. If you haven't watched it, you may not want to hear us just yet.
Yeah.
But if you are watching it, then we're super psyched to be talking about it with you. If you don't want to watch it, you just want to hear about it, we're your girls.
Wait. Who edited this podcast episode? It's getting so good. So good that I need to give a shout out to our sponsor, Blue Box Media, an NYC-based video production firm. Blue Box Media makes our movies and martinis dreams come true every Thursday by editing every episode. Check them out at blueboxllc.com. And okay, let's get back to those martinis.
So the first season came out in 2021.
Yes.
And the second season just came out in 2023, and we're expecting the following season. Let me tell you, I watched the whole show with my husband, Billy, who's a fact checker. That should be his job.
Was he fact checking the whole time?
The whole time. Do you remember the moment where there's that drama moment between the new, I forgot her name. Go back to
Aster? Astor and Russell
Yes, right. So
over the Met.
So it's all about the new money versus the old money.
Yes,
The
yes.
people that have like their money that they came in and they
Mhm.
brought. Okay. So the new money, she wants to have this gathering, a debutante for her daughter, right?
Mhm.
And show off her house. It's all about who has what and how beautiful everything is and who has more than who.
And this is the first
right?
season you're talking about.
The first season.
Mhm.
And she's going to have the event, but her daughter's friend, who is the daughter of the old money, right? Is not coming. She's not coming. The mom's not coming.
Yeah.
So they uninvite the daughter. So then the two moms have this conversation, like, well, if your daughter doesn't come, if you don't come, we're gonna have, this whole thing anyway.
They're totally frenemies.
Yes.
It's so funny.
Yes. Yeah. So they kind of blackmail the new money kind of blackmails the old money.
Yeah.
If you don't accept me and if you're not here showing that you like me, in the social world, it's all about what everybody else on the outside world sees.
Yeah.
Then your daughter cannot be part of my daughter's big debutante in this big, beautiful space that we have and all this kind of stuff. So all of that actually happened.
Oh.
It all actually happened. Every drama that you're seeing played out, the cancer that the husband gets and dies, right? When the sister gets married, all of that happened. Every single thing has happened.
Well, I know the servant that turns into the watchmaker. That happened. I looked that one up.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know the characters happened. The woman that worked on the bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yes.
I looked her up. I was like, oh, that's freaking badass. Like, I've never heard of a woman heading that project,
The engineer.
Yeah, so the head engineer for the Brooklyn Bridge guys was a female.
It was a female.
Yeah.
So I'm saying all this because I heard you say in the beginning they just added all this juicy drama. This is all for real. Like
okay, down to the
real.
details.
That is insane.
The details had to be like a little fiction, right?
Oh, I'm sure they made it flow a little juicier, but they were very animated apparently. And so another fact is they had sidewalks that were higher, if you notice, than the streets. Yeah. And it's because at that time, the streets were full of horse manure.
Yes, I believe it.
Huge. And so Ford coming up with cars was like a really big deal so that they can get rid of all the manure in all of the streets.
Yeah.
Because they wore those big dresses. So just crossing the street, they don't show that in the show. But just crossing the street was a big deal because it was like just covered. And the smell really killed like the houses and everything. All those that smell was like intense all the time. And the gases that all that crap left out. So all of that was all factual. So anyhow.
And those buildings still exist. The houses they lived in, they still exist in New York City, guys. So if you ever want to come here, do like your own little Gilded Age tour.
Yeah. Oh, so exciting. Yeah. So
we should do that. We should do that next time you come. Just like take a stroll and see where the buildings are.
Why not? I know they have a tour in New York City for Sex and the City. There's a whole tour, a bus tour.
Well, we don't even need somebody to show us. Like we could just look it up and see where the buildings are and just go visit it. Just
drive. Yeah. We have to do that and then also do the only murders in the building and go by that building. That's another one. There's so many things to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, going back to the show. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm not watching it like you watched it. So you were way ahead of me then. I thought I was having you. You were actually already watching it. But I watched it all at once, which I do love because I was able to binge it all at once. Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Are you loving it? Okay.
Yes. So you want to know how many martinis I would give it?
Yes, please.
A 4.5. I would definitely give it a 4.5.
I'm with you.
Yes.
I'm with you. 100% with you. From the costumes to the storyline to the characters.
Yeah.
All of it. Yeah.
I think Bridgerton like messed me up. Like, in a good way, because ever since that series came out, I love like all the period stuff. I'm like looking up things. If something appears, I'm like, oh, I need to watch that, check it out, to see if it's good, So I enjoy it.
I would have never thought of shows like that, and now I'm like obsessed. So I'm with you. Yeah. Yes. And I meant to tell you, total flashback here. So a couple of weeks ago, we spoke during our January open bar about shows we had seen. Yeah. And for whatever reason, it didn't hit me that I finished The Crown. The show. The
Oh, so I started it.
Oh my gosh, Priya.
I started it, but I didn't finish it. So
the last season it was divided in 2 parts. They released the second part of the last season like a couple of weeks after. So, but it's all out now.
Yeah.
I watched the whole last season. That season alone was 5 martinis.
Dang.
Is
that the season where Diana dies?
Okay. And you see the sons and the whole transition, and Charles and Camilla and the Queen. Excellent. So if you are somebody that's never watched the show, that's not your kind of thing, but everybody talks about it and you're intrigued, I can honestly tell you, I watched the whole thing. If you watch the first season and the last season, you're good.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Everything else is great. If you're into it, it was great. But if you just want a recap of the whole thing, how it started and how it ended, the first season to me was the best season.
Yeah.
And the last season just wrapped it up with a gold brooch.
Okay, so perfect. You heard that first from Mercy. If you guys want to just skip all the middle stuff.
Yeah, you can just watch the beginning and the end, and it's excellent.
Love it. Love it. Well, thank you guys so much for watching today. Make sure you like, share, follow, subscribe. Tell us what you thought.
Yes.
And next week is going to be our February open bar. So we have lots of stuff to share with you guys.
Yeah.
So make sure you tune in.
Yeah. And let us know if there's anything you want us to cover for you guys. Have a great one.
Bye.
Bye, guys.